Let's get this camera going on here. Let's get this show started. Woohoo! Hey everybody, what is going on? Oh, we got the crypto page pulled up. That is a nice looking channel. You guys ever seen that before? Woo! Welcome. My name is Matt. This is Boys Crypto. Welcome to the show of the night. Oh my gosh, the red in the market. What happened today? How is this even possible when we have the most bullish news coming into the space, yet we constantly keep getting dumped on? This is crazy price action. We had initial jobless claims come in this morning, lower than we expected. Not a good look for crypto. We weren't expecting that, actually. They came in about 10 to 20,000 short. I think we got around 220. Let's see here. Let's pull up the U.S. economic calendar. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Welcome to the Boys Crypto Show. Let's pull out this chat here because we got to get it pulled up, baby. We got to get it pulled up. Ooh, I want to see what you guys are saying. Welcome. We got the phone here. It's a little bit of a budget. What's up? All right. Here we go, everybody. Welcome, everybody who just jumped in. We're pulling up the U.S. economic calendar. See how the initial jobless claims came out this morning. It came out good for the economy, bad for crypto, right? We wanted to see a higher number here so that our good old friend Jerome Powell could come out tomorrow afternoon at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and say, hey, baby, we may be putting on the money printer again. We need to. And now he has no incentive to do so. Now, today, Trump did sign some executive orders talking about the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. But he didn't talk about anything that we wanted to look at, everybody. All he said was we are going to keep the Bitcoin that we currently have. He didn't talk about buying anymore. He didn't talk about what his plan was moving forward. So we're going to have to wait for tomorrow to see what he says at the Crypto Summit. Red across the board. Ondo, baby, the biggest red bubble after being the biggest green one yesterday. Crazy how that works, right? Red across the board. Move doing really well. I saw Sui got bought by the Donald Trump wallet. Look at that pump and dump from yesterday. Ooh, baby, we got a lot to talk about here in the market. Welcome to everybody here in the chat. Michaela, April, Wanda, Stooge. What's going on, man? Stooge. Whales are feeding at the minute. So what's going on, man? Glad that you are here. All right, so what's going on? So currently we are in a trade right now. Under the water. Not good. I got some vibrations in my pocket, right, when I was at the grocery store, and we got absolutely rinsed on this last position that we took out on whenever that news came out. We didn't expect Donald Trump. I did take a L here. Take an L of 57% loss. Oh my gosh. Risk management, everybody. Risk management, super important, right? And we're underwater in this trade. Why did we get into this trade? Okay, so here we were speculating. We were zooming in here on the 1 minute time frame. This was after I got home from the grocery store, the Aldi. Shout out to Aldi. I love Aldi, everybody. If you've never been to Aldi, whoo, it is nice there. So we were flagging right here above the 1 minute. I was speculating on further price action to the upside, and this flag continued to form out here. Went a little further, extended. Now we're above the 1 minute 200 SMA. We are likely to come to the 3 minute 200 SMA, which is all the way up here at 88,500. That does not have to happen, but it looks very likely here in the near term. But I don't like this shoulder, head, right shoulder, this double top here forming. It could go either way, but I'm going to let the trade open and see how it cooks here on the live. It has been a tough trading environment, everybody. Look at this. This is a nice looking cup and handle, but the whales, the whales are feasting right now. The whales are feasting. Took a huge chunk of liquidity here after we swept the highs, and the whale stepped in, dumped this low, took out all these longs that opened up with stop losses underneath here to take advantage of that news, expecting the U.S. to just completely pump the price up to higher prices and retail to get in, and they got dominated. The whales ate, baby. The whales ate. So we're gonna look and see what's likely to come in the next coming 24 hours. It's gonna be huge. We got Fed Chair Jerome Powell, and we got Donald Trump speaking. Let's dive into it all. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. How How are you guys doing? Steven Teague, how are you, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Shout out to the G-Dub. All my friends on the G-Dub. I know we had a funeral today. Memorial. Hey, not congratulations. Sorry for you guys. I hope that funeral went well and that everybody is doing good. All right, here we got crypto bubbles, right? On the daily, absolute carnage in the market. We got Bitcoin struggling here on the 1 minute time frame. We don't want to lose that 200 SMA, but we're going to zoom out and look at the macro and see what is going on in the charts. We've had some wild swings over the last couple of days, everybody. Some wild swings. These percentage moves, these are daily moves of 8 to 10% for one of the biggest asset classes in the world. Bitcoin, baby, Bitcoin. Yeah, we had an 8% pump to the upside, 8% pump to the downside. Even this candle was pretty massive here. We had a 8% move in a day. These have been like 8, 9, 10% candles throughout the last week or so that have been absolutely crushing the market as far as liquidity goes. We still are above on the macro that daily 200 SMA, and that is what we are looking to hold here in the near term if we want to see higher prices for Bitcoin. So when am I a bear, right? When am I a bear, baby? When do I think we're going to go for much lower in price? When we start bringing this 200 MA, we're going to come to the levels that we've been discussing here on the stream over the past couple of weeks. Where's the first level that we're going to stop? Well, the first level that I think we are going to visit is this woohoo trading view. Come on, baby, come on. Don't do this to me, not early. So the first level I think we're going to come to is here on the Fibonacci retracement, this 786 that has not been tested all the way down here at about $74,000. That would be carnage for the altcoins if Bitcoin dominance does continue its rip. We will look at Bitcoin dominance later. This trade does look like it's about to get stopped out. It is what it is, everybody. Risk management, risk management. So past there, where do I think we could go if we're going to break this 786? I think it's highly unlikely. We're at least going to get some kind of reaction off of this $74,000 level, but further below to the downside, we have our next area of interest, which is down here at this support resistance flip, sitting at about $72,000 before we get into this massive support zone of high volume nodes, right? What are high volume nodes? High volume nodes are just areas where a lot of Bitcoin has exchanged hands. So there's likely a lot of buy orders left in here from when we had that initial run up before and during the presidency, right? So that's what I'm looking at for here in the near term. Teague, what's going on? Literally, how are you doing? Thank you everybody for jumping on into the chat. Drop your altcoins, drop your questions, drop your feelings here in the comments. I'd be excited to hear from you guys. I'm excited to see what you guys have to say about this market. What you guys think is going to happen tomorrow during the crypto summit? What's Trump going to say? What is Trump going to say? Is it going to be a market mover? This has been absolutely crazy and carnage in the market, trying to manage these moves because, oh my gosh, we had the signing. After the signing today of the executive order, Bitcoin pumped 1.4% before taking a colossal nosedive from $91,000 all the way down to 84 in the matter of just an hour. That is carnage in the market, everybody. Carnage in the market. All right, diving on in. What's going on? Operational risk management. Steve, if you bring up those Navy trainings, baby. Hey, we used to sit in these rooms, these little cubicles, and do these Navy trainings, and they had just real boring people just standing in front of there talking about operational risk management and safety. Don't drop things on your toes. Always wear your helmet. Don't stick your finger in light sockets. Oh boy. Oh yeah, Steven, I know how you like those trainings, baby. I know how you like those trainings. I'm glad you're keeping up to date with those, man. I'm glad you're keeping up to date with those. So yeah, it's really tough here calling on the smaller time frames after that news event. There's been absolute chop in the market, but we'll see how this plays out. I am liking this cup and handle vibe going on here. My stop is really close. It was just based off of the 1 minute 200 SMA. I am liking this flag, how it's playing out here. We could come down here to a 786 from that initial swing, from swing low to swing high. We can definitely come down here to form that cup and handle breakout from that 85, that 85.5 level and get a reaction to the upside. That would be something that I'd like to see. But here below some high volume nodes, we're starting to play the 200 MA dominoes, baby, to the downside. The moving averages are starting to fan out. Not what I like to see during the stream. I like to get rid of some of these. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop. Way easier to see. We'll take away the 50 and the 100, and we just use the 21 and the 200, baby, on this channel because those are the only ones that you need, and it looks a lot nicer on the chart. All right, everybody, jumping on in. Crypto bubbles. Let's look at the biggest winner and the biggest loser of today, baby. Biggest winner being Movement Protocol. Also something that was bought by Donald Trump and his wallet. Let's pull this up here on the Trading View, baby. If you don't have a Trading View, there's a link in the description for your convenience. If you guys do not have a Trading View account, I highly recommend it. It is way better to look at the charts and take advantage of different kind of patterns before getting into any trade or investment, right? The saying on TradingView, look first, then leap, baby. That's what they say. That's what they say. Okay, here we go. On the 5-minute time frame, looking pretty good for movement as it's getting above its 5-minute 200 MA. I really like what I'm seeing here. Woo! Look at that. Looking really, really good. 21 in with price action. You know, but it is kind of starting to form a little bit of a rounded top there. Bitcoin's really got to hold its ground here, everybody. Bitcoin's got to hold its ground here for any of these altcoins to start doing well. Bitcoin dominance is starting to get that shoulder, head, right shoulder vibe that I've been talking about on the stream here over the past couple of days, baby. Over the past, honestly, this has been weeks. We've been talking about this shoulder, head, right shoulder idea potentially playing out as we are coming up into some macro bearish retracement areas for Bitcoin dominance. If this does end up breaking to the downside, that shoulder, head, right shoulder idea, then we are likely to come down here and test a 200 MA on the daily for dominance and start nuking to the downside and maybe even have a beautiful alt season like we did back here after the election, right? That's exactly what we want to see. But this was just a baby alt season in comparison to what we can see on the macro time frames, right? We're forming bearish divergence on the weekly with that swing up in price action here while we have a swing down on the RSI. That is bearish divergence on the weekly. That's very strong. We have bearish divergence on the daily, a head and shoulders forming on the daily. There is a recipe for success for these altcoins that we want to see moving to the upside. And the only way they're going to do that is if Bitcoin holds its ground and dominance starts to give way. We're starting to push up into this area. 64% is the bearish retrace, baby, from the swing high to the swing low. Man, there's a lot going on in the market today. This is the area where we want to see a rejection for Bitcoin dominance. So everybody, drop your questions, drop your altcoins in the chat, and let's dive into these juicy charts, baby. Let's dive into these juicy charts. We got Stooge. Yeah, Whales feeding, man. Whales feeding. Operational risk management. Yeah. Hey, we get into some discussions about what we're going to see tomorrow at the Crypto Summit. You know, you got David Sachs running it. It's going to be a nice organized event. I know there's going to be a lot of speakers there. Michael Saylor going there. Michael Saylor needs to say something, right? Like his company's really on the line. If we do start nuking further to the downside for Bitcoin, his company definitely is on the line, as is heavily leveraged with Bitcoin here. And Bitcoin does need to hold the line. If Bitcoin does fall towards, and we don't know the exact levels, right? Because we don't know what the creditors say. But if Bitcoin does fall down in the $60,000 range, which is Michael Saylor's average cost per Bitcoin, the creditors can start saying, hey, we want to cash in on this. We're out. And that would be awful because Michael Saylor would be forced to start selling Bitcoin at these prices down here below these high volume nodes. So unless he could get some more notes, some more investors to buy more Bitcoin and prop up this price, it does look like he could really suffer here in the near term if this 200 MA were to fail and we dive into the bear market. So that is super critical for Michael Saylor, right? This event is super critical, and we've been having tons of sell the news events, everybody. Today we had amazing news. The United States government is not going to sell their Bitcoin. Crack this monster, baby. Crack this monster, and let's pump to the upside. Cheers to everyone. Cheers to you. Cheers to that USS George Washington crew all the way over in Japan, serving and protecting our freedom and democracies. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, brother. Hey, miss you, man. Miss you. All right, diving on in. Sin Nasty Kid, welcome. What's going on? We got new coin res on Coinbase. Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll check it out. Let's do it. And we got saying, yeah, U.S. was not requiring more Bitcoin, but rather using the confiscated Bitcoin as a reserve. That was our fear, right? That was what we were talking about yesterday on the channel. Like, we don't know exactly how this reserve is going to work out. We just don't know. We don't know, and that's the fact. So that's what we need some clarity on tomorrow. The only thing markets don't like, they don't care if there's good news. They don't care if there's bad news. The markets hate uncertainty, and we are in a period of massive uncertainty right now when it comes to world economics. We got these tariffs. We don't know when they're going to stop. We don't know if they're going to increase. We don't know how the strategic reserve is going to work for Bitcoin. There's so much on the docket right now, and I think a lot of people just don't know where to hold their cash, or it's just to hold cash in general. So, like, are you going to invest in risk on assets when there's a lot of uncertainty around the world? Very, very difficult. And we know we're not going to jump into a quantitative easing environment because of the data we got today. We had better unemployment or initial jobless claims than we thought. We had less of them than we thought. So that doesn't give give Jerome Powell any ammo to say, I could turn on that money printer, baby. There's no ammo for him to do that. Okay, diving on in. Let's dive into Ren, our first shot from Sin Nasty Kid. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. One of the first supporters on the channel. You are an absolute legend, man. Coming all the way from PMG. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right, Ren. Let's dive in. Ren. We'll zoom out on the daily and let's see what's going on. We did get a Coinbase listing apparently today. Really good. You know, whenever you get a bigger exchange or more centralized exchange that can you know, you can get some serious pumps out of that. You can. But with Bitcoin, right, any of these altcoins that have been, even if they've been released newly on an exchange, they are going to be taking a little bit of a hammering just due to the nature of where Bitcoin's at right now. When Bitcoin starts plummeting like that, people are going to get scared and run out of their risk-on assets and dive into Bitcoin, which is why, partially why, Bitcoin's at, Bitcoin dominance is at a very, very high level right now, sitting at about 62%. All right, zooming on out here. Yeah, it's been in a nosedive, man. It's been in a nosedive. Not older project, came out in December 2022. You really need some kind of divergence to look at here on the smaller time frames and relative to the larger time frames. We got daily divergence that I'm seeing right here. You got bullish divergence on the daily, baby. You got that swing up while you have that swing down on price action, looking really healthy here. Looks like to me we are going to break this high likely before we break this low here. It could be a really good price to get in on some of this coin. I don't know anything about the tokenomics on this. I'm just talking about the charts, man, but that is very strong daily bearish divergence. I don't like to see the stochastics curving down like that. You got that Loch Ness Monster looking view on the stochastics, aiming to come down into the depths, baby, aiming to come down to the depths. That's not what I like to see. I want to see those stochastics curve and get up into this overbought region and trend sideways. That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at, baby. Woo! Let's dive into the charts, man. Oh! Hey, I saw something cool happen to me the other day. I was driving home from the Aldi, right? From the Aldi, and I stopped, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's a slot machine there on the side of the road. Someone just put it out for trash. It's a real old one. It weighs like 400 pounds. Put it in the back of the Corolla, and we were squatted, baby. We were squatted, looking like one of those, one of the Mexican lowriders. You know what I mean? Where the truck and the tires are pretty much connected. Yeah, we were squatted on the way home. I can't believe I got it in there. My back is like, but we did get it in there. Scratched up the car a little bit, but we don't drive the 2009 Toyota Corolla base model with the manual hand crank windows for the cosmetics. What do we drive it for, everybody? We drive it for the speed. That's right, the speed. What that 1.8 liter engine can do, baby. 0 to 60 in about 29 seconds. You guys have never had a ride like that in your life. That's what happened to me right before this stream, and I am feeling good, baby. I'm feeling good. I'm going to clean up that slot machine, make it look all nice and pretty, maybe even use it as the background here for the stream. I'm very excited for that, very excited. All right. So, yeah, Ren getting that daily bullish divergence, looking really good. You got that swing down in price action. You got a nice healthy wick here to the upside that gives a lot of validity to this divergence here with that strong RSI movement. I do like that. You don't want to see this curve over. Daily divergence doesn't always work out, right? It doesn't always work out, but it does look like Ren can get a bounce to the upside here. These coins will bounce, everybody, and when they bounce from their lows, whenever alt season starts, these can be substantial moves. You don't have a lot of volume above you. Look at this. Your next high volume node is sitting at 2 cents. That in and of itself from here, right, with a stop below the low, looks like you could get a nice juicy 2-to-1 trade out of that with the bullish divergence here. Let's see if we did take a long out here on Ren, which I'm not sure if you could trade it. You can trade it on perpetuals, right? That's the chart that we're looking at right now. So Ren, you would take a stop below that recent wick, right? You take a stop below that recent wick. Whoop! Entry now, stop below that recent wick, and this is just a trade idea, not financial advice, everybody. These are just my own opinions, and you could go pretty much close to 2-to-1 right there off that daily bullish divergence. That does look like a good trade idea to me here in the near term for Ren if you're speculating on that reversal. If you're speculating on a long-term reversal, you can say, hey, we're coming up all the way to that high. You can take your target all the way up here and get a nice juicy 6-to-1 trade setup, baby. That looks good to me. That looks good to me, but this daily divergence would have to play out, and Bitcoin would need to hold its ground here, and currently it's struggling. We did get stopped out on our trade, baby. We got stopped out on our trade. It is what it is. Risk management, everybody. Risk management. Our total account balance sitting at $5,824 on this. Here we go. I got to move this. I keep forgetting I got to move this. Woo! We got this $5,824 here, baby. Looking really good. That's exactly where we want to be. We were over $6,000 yesterday. And then this colossal news event got us, man. It got us. So I really want to see some consolidation for Bitcoin so that we could get more reliable viable moves here on these swing trades, but man, this has been carnage in the market. If we roll over here and we start breaking these lows, let's pull up Bitcoin here. If we roll over here and we start breaking these lows, hold on to your altcoins, everybody. The altcoins will get absolutely demolished if Bitcoin starts breaking this 200 MA. We got 2 red candles in a row, a giant gap in the VRVP, and you can say, oh, the gap in the VRVP was filled. It hasn't. It hasn't. We haven't came down here and filled that gap. That's currently sitting about $74,000. That just coincides with that 786 that we pulled earlier, right? So that's very, very, very key important level. And you have these high volume nodes sitting down here at about 67,000. That's where we are likely to go if we break this 200 MA. I'm just talking about the charts. I don't care about the news. I don't care about the summit. I don't care about any of that. Think about all the news events we just had, everybody. We just had the executive order dump. That was today. We just had the executive order pump and we dumped massively, 6%. Why? That's some bullish news. Why? Well, it's just uncertainty, right? It's uncertainty. We had, you know, even Donald Trump as president, we had this massive run up, bull market in the stock market, everything, and we double topped here. We came down to the downside. It has been carnage in the market, everybody. We got to think, even though we have the most bullish events that we feel like in the macro, it does not mean in the near term we can't have some dumps when the whales decide to take some profits or to try to scoop up some cheaper Bitcoin, which they are likely to do down here at these juicy levels before reversing it back to the upside. We still need a higher low in the series that we talked about the other day, baby, on our macro technical analysis video. We did talk about we have a low here. We have a higher high, higher low, higher high. We need to speculate about a higher low coming in here. Where is that likely to come in? It's likely to come in at that Fibonacci coming in here at about the 618 to 786, and we are not there yet. The 618 sitting at 72,000 right from the swing low. That would be on the macro where the 786 is down here at about 61,000, right? I like to pull it on the daily from this initial reaction here. That's how I got that $74,000 level for the 786. Just so happens to be about the 618 for the macro. So this zone is really key to hold if we are going to maintain our bullish thesis and push further to the upside. Take the news with a grain of salt, everybody. Take the news with a grain of salt. All this stuff is priced in. This Bitcoin strategic reserve, everyone knows it's going to happen. We don't know how it's going to happen, but that's already priced in. The people aren't going to wait. Oh, we got the strategic reserve today, now I'm gonna buy. No, people know this is coming and it's anticipated, and that's when the markets start pricing things in. And when Donald Trump was talking beforehand at the crypto summit, that's when he announced, I'm gonna announce a crypto strategic reserve. This was that move. This was the strategic reserve move, that anticipation of Trump getting in office, because we still didn't know if he was gonna get into office right here on November 8th, right? We didn't know, and election results are still being counted. But when he started curving over in the election results and doing really, really well, people speculated, okay, Trump's getting in, we're going to get that strategic reserve, and boom, to the upside. That's what happened here for this macro move to the upside. So the strategic reserve was known about the entire time in here. People speculated about it, and they think it's coming to fruition, and it just happened. But you have to argue that it's already been priced in, because this move was that pricing in. That move back here in early November was that pricing in. Okay, here we go. Let's dive on into the chat, guys. What do you guys want to look at today? How are you? How are you? Thank you for joining me. Thank you for spending your, what is it, Thursday night with me, baby. That Thursday night. Thank you for jumping on in. Thank you for jumping on in. You guys are absolute legends for being here and showing support on the channel. Make sure to drop a like on the stream, okay? Okay, here we go. Here we go. We got new coin, Rez on Coinbase. We went over that. Sid Nasty Kid. Yeah, what's going on? So, yes. So, I'm going to keep a special eye on your comments, man. That your background is super black and I can't see it, right? It's like I want to say it's like looking for a thief in the night, you know what I mean? It's just hey. Okay, so we got Wanda. Please look at Ethereum, baby. Let's pull up Ethereum. Probably getting absolutely nuked on today. I did see that it nuked below $2,000 at one point. What a carnage move. That was just a couple days ago for Ethereum. Let's pull it up here. Woohoo, woohoo. Let's pull it up here for Ethereum. Much love to everybody that's here on the show today. So something good I am seeing for Ethereum, right? We often don't see these, but I am seeing a diamond form here for Ethereum. This does look very good to me in the near term for a reversal to the upside. I would love to see that for Ethereum, right? This is kind of, you know, it's ugly. You could say that it was broken to the downside, baby, and you got back inside the pattern. You could say you're breaking lower for continuation here, but that does look pretty diamondy to me. You had that initial move upside to the downside, and you started forming that initial uptrending support line. Yeah, so that was looking good to me. You're breaking to the downside. That's not what you want to see. You can treat it kind of just like a flag, right? The target going all the way down into the diamond, coming down here, and you can really start nuking lower for Ethereum. What are we looking at for Ethereum on the macro? Well, on the macro, I have limit long orders set, everybody, at this $1,600 level. Let's look into why I have limit long set at this $1,600 level. Well, so going from swing low to swing high, the $1,600 level serves as a key, baby. It serves as a key. 786 retracement here at about 1632. I think the buy order, let's go over here on open orders. That's the only open order I have. That Ethereum long 5x, baby, coming in. We have it at 60. We have to control a whole Ethereum. To control almost 2 whole Ethereum here at 1634. That's what I am looking at for Ethereum. In the event we do get that nuke to the downside, it matches up with the 786 on the macro, which is looking very, very good to me. We do have this double top, and people are going to freak out when this double top resistance breaks, which you could argue that is currently breaking right now. Sitting on the 618, I'm going to take some orders down here at the 786, the next key support level, coinciding with some high volume nodes here. I really like what I'm seeing for Ethereum coming down into this key area of support, this macro area of support. I hate to say this, everybody. Ethereum does this kind of move. Altcoins are likely to follow. Altcoins have followed Ethereum historically in the past 9 times out of 10, and it has been absolute carnage for the altcoins when Ethereum can't get its grip on, right? So we've fallen below the daily. We've fallen below the 3-day 200, right? The 200. What do we talk about? These are like dominoes. Once one breaks, the next one's likely to come and get tested. And now you're looking at the 2-week 200 SMA breaking through that. You still have 2 days and 21 hours. Come on, Ethereum, baby. We need to get that pump, baby. We need to get that bump to the upside. You're likely coming to the 2-week, which isn't even available here on the perpetuals because Ethereum's not that old, right? Because Ethereum's not that old. But that high volume node on the 2-week, right, coming down in here around 1800, that $1,600 level, that's the node I'm targeting with the 786. That's what I'm looking at for Ethereum. Ethereum looks weak. Ethereum looks weak. I will say it again. Ethereum looks weak. No matter how bullish you are on the macro, the charts are screaming, and the market is agreeing that this asset is overvalued. I am planning on taking a long down here at 1600 in anticipation of a bounce and to take advantage of that reaction. But what will I be looking for on that bounce? Well, if Bitcoin does get that rocket shot to the upside, I'll be pulling my fib from the swing high down here to the swing low at about 1600, where Ethereum is likely to bounce from, where my opinion, right? My opinion. But Ethereum's likely to bounce from it, and what will I be doing? I'll be taking profits on that swing long up here at the 618, sitting at about $3,100. That'll be a massive move. That'll be a multi-$1,000 trade, and it looks very, very, very good as in terms of profit, right? That looks really, really good to me, the odds of that happening. Now we come back up here, and you have to speculate. Once you start making a lower low on the macro, you need to speculate that you're going to create your first lower high at some point. This is a break in market structure, right? We had our high, we had our low, we had our high, we have our first lower low, right, about to confirm here with this candle body close in 2 hours and 21 minutes. When this price comes down here, even if it gets a bounce, that's your first lower low. So you can only speculate that the next macro movement is going to be a lower high. You broke market structure. So until the market structure breaks to the upside, until we get a break of this high, market structure is broken, and you have to assume that we're going lower. So up here, you're going to get a massive, massive amount of resistance for Ethereum, coinciding with some nice high volume nodes here. And it could have come up all the way here to the 786, and then people will be feeling real bullish. 3,500, we're going to $10,000. Boys, crypto, I'm super excited for the Ethereum bull run. The altcoins are moving and everything. And no one's going to see this rejection coming. No one is going to see this rejection coming. Much like Bitcoin dominance, no one's talking about this bearish 786 on the weekly for Bitcoin dominance. Coming up into this key rejection zone, we flip this over all the time, ladies and gentlemen. Looking at this macro cup and handle, baby. That cup and handle, oh yeah, to the upside. It looks very, very good for a nuke to the upside, right? Inverted. So the downside for Bitcoin dominance here, that's the cup and handle that people are looking at. And when people are talking about alts are dead, it's not going to happen. Oh, this could be the beginning of the biggest alt season that we ever see. Because what is the target of this cup and handle? Coming down here, you're talking about 24% for Bitcoin dominance. We could see the altcoins absolutely run, especially since they're starting to get incorporated in the United States Strategic Reserve. What if other countries start hopping on the altcoin wagon, baby? Things that just aren't invested in by massive institutions on that level. level because Bitcoin and Ethereum are taking the cake right now. XRP is starting to take the cake. What happens when these lower cap gems, $1 billion, so $1 billion, $1.5 billion, start getting this institutional adoption, right? Comparatively to XRP, which is worth hundreds of billions, you're looking at potential 100x's, and that could happen if we do get a move like that for Bitcoin dominance. Just something to keep on the radar. That's what I'm seeing for Ethereum. I'm seeing massive weakness. You can zoom in on the smaller time frames all you want, but I have to have a bear bias. I have to have a bear bias here. I do for Ethereum. It's just been absolutely beaten down ever since Bitcoin topped out. Arguably before that, ever since November. I think November was when we had the. When did we have the top here? When do we have the top for Ethereum, baby? Yeah, back here in December, up at about $4 grand. Yeah, right when Bitcoin made its run up. And since Bitcoin's been consolidating, Bitcoin's been stealing market share from Ethereum. So has XRP. So have a lot of the larger cap altcoins, and Ethereum has just been left in the dust. It's crazy to see this project this low. I would have never imagined it. And anybody you talk to that has been deep in the TA, baby, that has been deep in the TA, has been saying that Ethereum has been weak. Ethereum has been weak. We have been taking some scalp longs on Ethereum, but baby, this has been weak. And I didn't think it was going to go this low. I really didn't. I would be lying to you guys if I was like, I predicted this. I thought this was going to happen. No, I didn't think once Ethereum broke down here, I thought we would get a violent reaction to the upside. We did here. We did, coming all the way back up to 2,500. Ethereum not keeping the juice, baby, not keeping the juice. And this trend, you could even argue like, oh, we were in a downward channel. And I agree. We were in a downward channel, and now you're trading below that trend line. It does not look good for Ethereum. It is imperative that Ethereum gets back above this trend line and gets a bounce here sooner rather than later. You're not forming any major divergence. You could say there's a little bit there because this doesn't swing down as violently as price action, but this does not look good for Ethereum, everybody. This does not look good for Ethereum. Yeah, this project doesn't look good. You could say, oh, it's a cup and handle, but the handle's longer than the cup. That doesn't work. The cup doesn't stand like that. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for Ethereum, Wanda. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. Ethereum, baby, Ethereum. Weakness for Ethereum in Boys Crypto's opinion. Not financial advice, not financial advice. Let's get the monster going. Roll up the chat. What's going on, everybody? Drop your coins in. We're going to go over everything under the sun today. 20 people, baby. 20 people in the chat. Woo! A new all-time high record, everybody. We got some giveaways coming pretty soon. I'm super excited at that 250 subscriber mark. We are giving away $250 in crypto to whoever wins, whatever crypto you guys want. $250 in crypto will be sent to your wallet. We'll do a competition like last time. We're going to do a little scribbly doodly. Shout out to Michaela who won the last one. We'll write a number between 1 and 100, and everybody will spam in the chat, and it'll be like this. I'll go between 1 and 100, and then chat will go like, right? Everybody's gonna be guessing wrong forever, like last time when it seemed like we went through like 200 different numbers, and it was a number between 1 and 100, and then I had to be like, oh, between 1 and 50, and then we were 1 and 50, and then I held up the number, and it was Michaela B, baby. Michaela B coming in with the 30. I'll never forget that, Michaela. Shout out to you. Won some Solana, baby. So 250 followers is gonna be $250 sent to a random winner that is here on that live stream that night we hit 250K. I'm super excited to do that for you guys, and that will be coming very soon. We are growing very rapidly. Thank you for all of your support. Okay, diving on in. Yeah, we looked at ETH, Stooge, crypto markets. Yeah, Summit live event. I am excited for that. I'm not sure exactly the timeline. If you guys know the timeline, drop that in the chat so I can see. Yeah, I found the slot machine on the side of the road sitting as you get. I'm super excited. I'll post a picture up on my Twitter so you can see, man. It's super cool. It's super dusty on the outside, but the inside is beautiful. All the wiring's intact. Everything's perfect. I am super hyped for it. I'm super hyped. Okay, let's see. Bitcoin Cash, 2150, 100, 200, double cross, bullish divergence, looking prime. Let's pull up Bitcoin Cash for Unreal Designs. Thanks for bringing that to our attention, man. Bitcoin Cash, I have seen that as a bigger bubble here lately. Oh my goodness, what are we doing? You guys aren't telling me that I'm slinging spit everywhere. Oh my gosh, so my computer looking like just got sprayed with that bug stuff in order to get the bugs off your windshield. Okay, here we go. Bitcoin Cash, baby, Bitcoin Cash. We're pulling it up on the daily. I'm not sure what time frame you're looking at, man, but the daily. We talked about Bitcoin Cash here. We talked about Bitcoin Cash yesterday. We are having that nice green candle above the 200 MA, currently below the 200 MA. It's likely we consolidate here. Why? Because of that life revision, baby. That life revision. Shout out to Sam Price teaching me this. But it is likely we have some kind of consolidation. We don't know what the consolidation is going to look like, baby, but we are likely to get a flag here. The 21 curve up in the price action, and we can move up further to the upside. It's unlikely unlikely that we start getting some moonshot candles like that and we just go straight up. What it would look like, right, if we took this candle, we don't see price action act like this. It does not happen, right? We have a candle here, we duplicate it, right? You could, oh, clone, right? We're cloning. It wouldn't look natural if the chart just looked like this, right? This isn't how price action behaves, because this is what it would look like if we had another 4 days of candles like this. Unlikely to see that kind of movement, right? And you know, you have in the past, you've seen some massive candles like that, but they don't have wicks or anything. This was about 4 days, but this is very, very unlikely for any asset to just start going on a moonshot like that. Now, I'm not saying that I'm bearish for Bitcoin Cash. I'm not. This looks really, really good to me and promising, and I will keep this on the radar. I want to keep this going throughout the next few days here, where I think Bitcoin Cash is going to consolidate and showing relative strength against the market, baby. Bitcoin's struggling today, and Bitcoin Cash does not seem to care. Holding up at this daily 200 MA, a pivotal bear market, bull market reversal for me, right? We are still in the bull market. We got the bounce. Bull market, we got the bounce. Bull market, we got the bounce. Here is where I would have been like, yep, we closed below there, bear. And the next day, you had what? You had a massive 27% drop to the downside, baby, for Bitcoin Cash, and you have not been able to recover since. Now we're coming up and we're testing on those bull market doors for the asset, right? In my opinion, 200 daily moving average is the difference between Boys Crypto being a bull, baby, a bull, and a bear, right? That was kind of lame, but yeah, bull and bear, baby, bull and bear. I gotta get some pictures that I can flash on the live stream like I do during my videos. Are you guys liking my videos? I feel like I'm getting better, right? Flashing all sorts of pictures, got the sound effects going. It's super cool. I got my nice studio here, aka the corner that my lady has allotted me to use in the room, and you know, it's nice because if she does get mad, she decides to throw things at me, I can hide here behind my monitor. It's like a nice shield, right? It's like a nice shield. Okay, here we go. Looking at Bitcoin Cash, looking very, very good. I'm interested to see what you guys had to say. I want some constructive feedback on my videos. What can I do better? What can I do? What have I been doing awfully? What do you guys hate? Let me know. And if you guys have video ideas, drop them in the comments below so I can look after. I'm going to be doing a video tonight. I don't even have a topic, right? I don't even have a topic for tonight, but I'm going to be doing a video, baby. Let me know what you guys want to see. I'd be happy to make a video for one of you guys who have been sticking in the live stream with me and here as an early supporter. Let me dive into something for you. I promise you will be happy. Cheers to the monsters, baby. All right, let's see. Dude. Okay, okay, guys, before you start shilling meme coins, dropping meme coins in the chat, I'm not going to do a meme coin. I'm not doing a video on meme coin. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. Ski man, Yo there, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. You're a legend for dropping in the chat. Thank you. It's the first. I can't do a meme coin. Everybody who's watching this channel knows how I feel about meme coins. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. Oh, I'll be crying the entire video, man. I'll be crying. Woo! Oh, man, I love that. They have to put cocaine in those things. Okay. Here we diving in, everybody. Yep, politics, everything. Yeah, it's crazy. Weekly time frame. Yeah, Bitcoin Cash. All right, man. Let's look at it. Bitcoin Cash on the weekly time frame. We can turn on these moving averages again. Let's see what we got. Whoop 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 whoop. Turn on these moving averages again. He said the 100 to 50. Everything getting pretty tight here. Yeah, you're tight. Whenever you're tight on the moving averages on the weekly, you know, on the higher time frames. Even as the 21 starting to wrap here with the 50 and the 80, everything's getting super tight. Every time you get the moving averages real tight there, baby, it looks like you're going to go for a move. Right? It's like whenever you single guys are seeing some tightness in the gym and everything, you got to go and talk to the girl, right? Yeah, so and then you got the move, and you got that move to the upside. It allowed you to take her on a little date to the subway down the street. What's up? All right, so we got that. Yeah, we got that curvature here, the 21, the 50, the 100, and the 200. That's what we want to see. This alligator mouth is going to start closing, everybody. It's going to start closing, and that's when Bitcoin Cash will be primed to run. Look what happened the last time. We got moving averages that were this tight, baby. They were this tight. Look at this. You know, we had something similar, but this is the area where the weekly moving averages start overlapping before you start getting that massive move to the upside. This is the alligator mouth. It expands until you start cracking that upper jaw, and then you'll come to the downside. You did here. That was likely a fib retrace, and I'll bet it was. What do you want to bet? That was a 618 or 786. Boom, baby, boom. It came right down to this golden pocket area between the 618 and the 786, and we continued to the upside. Okay. That's what I'm seeing for Bitcoin Cash here on the weekly, baby. On the weekly. Diving on in into the chat. Yeah, huge red candles on XRP. Let's pull up XRP. XRP, baby. Hey, this is the people's coin. One of the assets that is getting added to the strategic reserve. Super wild. Yeah, and you know, everybody, I shout out to the XRP army. Some of the greatest gains this bull market came from XRP. Those who were determined diamond hands holding since some people below the 50-cent level. Shout out to you guys, right? I do not own any XRP. I don't own any XRP, but shout out to you guys who took advantage of this move. And why didn't I own any XRP? Can you blame me? Can you blame anybody who didn't own any XRP? You didn't have any gains for years. You didn't have gains for years. You had that lawsuit holding you down. Gary Gensler's out, Trump's in. You got a massive run to the upside. I'm bullish on the project. I think it's going further, but I can't get in right now. I know you guys understand what I'm saying. I can't get in. If you weren't in, I can't get in. If I raise my price to here and we do get a retracement, you're looking at a 50% downside, and the people who got in down here are still looking at a 200-300% gain. It's not a part of my risk management strategy, everybody. But XRP, I am bullish here in the near term after that massive jump. I am bullish in the macro. I think in 2025 it's going to go to some really nice price targets, which I dive deep into in my video that I made not too long ago. My best performing video, baby. Shout out to the XRP army. Yeah, jumping in that video and seeing what I had to say. Yeah, XRP, baby. It does look like we are consolidating here, and it even more validated with that big wick up the other day on the strategic reserve announcement, and then we had the tariffs the next day. Devastating, guys. Devastating. So hard to trade this market. Look at this. If you were in almost a 3x short, you got liquidated on that day. If you were in a 3x long, you almost got liquidated. If you were in anything greater than a 4x long, you got liquidated. Not stopped, you got liquidated. I mean, you could add stop losses in here, but you couldn't hold a 3x or a 4x trade open for more than 24 hours without getting liquidated. That is carnage in the market. That is carnage in the market. So what am I looking at for XRP here? I'm in a waiting game, right? I'll trade this asset. I like the asset. I think it's really good. I think Brad Garlinghouse is doing a good job in the White House. He's on the crypto committee. I would hope that he would speak, right? I hope he's going to speak tomorrow and give us some clarity on where the project's going in the future in terms of being adopted as a world payment aggregator. But yeah, this is what I'm looking at for XRP. This is a symmetrical triangle, and these do break to the downside, right? A part of the reason why I can't get in spot right now, because look at this. If this, I'd be taking a gamble, right? And a lot of this hedges on this high volume node at 241. That's above 241, Boys Crypto is a bull. Below 241, Boys Crypto is a bear. Why? This high volume node is the area where the most amount of XRP has been traded. If we do end up nuking to the downside and breaking this daily 200, which has not been tested since this massive run, you're looking at a drop from here, and I know nobody wants to hear this, just hear me out, of 67% down to about 81 cents. You would still be in the money massively, a 50% gain from down here, right? From down here. But this triangle is screaming a lot. And if anybody wants to be like, oh, there's no way it's going to break to the upside, it can, but these are 50-50 patterns. I'm just talking about the charts. I'm not talking about the bullishness. And for anybody who thinks, much love to everyone, for everyone who thinks that XRP can't do this move, did anyone think Ethereum would be at $2,000 again, the number 2 altcoin, or the number 2 coin in the crypto space? Did anyone think Ethereum would drop from $4,000 to under $2,000? Not a soul, not a soul. You know, if we could be silent, boop, you can hear a flea fart, right? Nobody's saying anything at $4,000 Ethereum, about $2,000. Everybody would have laughed in your face. So to think that that can't happen in crypto, the most volatile asset, arguably in the world, the most volatile asset class, that's it. You know, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. So what you're looking for here, on XRP is a break of this range, and this is how I'm going to trade it. This is the XRP trading plan, guys. XRP trading plan. That's exactly how it looks when I write with a pencil. I write in all caps, and it looks absolutely terrible. Okay, so XRP trading plan. Here's what I'm looking at, right? Let's change the brush color right here. Let's change the brush color. Come on, brush. Come on, baby. All right, bullish. Right? Bullish scenario. You break out of this triangle and you retest it. That's the only way I get in. If it breaks and it runs, it's going to run without me. Not a part of my trading strategy, right? We're going to break above this triangle when we're trading, you know, symmetrical triangles. Get a retest here, and rock it to the upside. That's what I'd be speculating on. And you could open up a long trade here, boom, boom, boom. Look, open up a long trade. Whenever we're here, we put a stop below the most recent low in the pattern, right? And take this juicy trade up 5-1. Looks really, really good to me. You know, almost 5-1. It'd be like 4.5 to 1. That would be a juicy trade, right? So part of being a good trader is sitting on your hands when you know to sit on your hands. Right now, I'm sitting on my hands with trades, baby. I don't have a trade open. I did get stopped out. It is what it is, but I know right now this environment is horrible to trade, and it's going to be horrible to trade until after the crypto summit is done tomorrow. What happens then? We enter into the weekend, the no-go zone. It's like that. Those guys that are do the ocean videos, and you know, there's those guys working on the roofing, and he has one foot on the ladder. The ladder's tilted over. He's holding on the side of the roof, trying to adjust a gutter. Right? It just is a disaster. You could get that job done, but you're likely to get hurt. Right? Whereas during the week, you're just up there, 2 feet on the ladder. You know, you have people supporting you. You have your best friend behind you, holding up your ass and just supporting you, and you know, hopefully his face isn't too close and you aren't sweating too bad and you aren't tooting, right? That's trading during the week. It's a lot safer. It's a lot more predictable. During the week, there's no big institutions that are keeping you safe, right? With their big buy orders or you know, with their big buy orders layering in the market that are going to prop up the price. So you're risking people that are owning XRP individually, right? Individually from dumping on you and taking advantage of that low liquidity. Because if there's not anybody to buy to, if there's not anybody to sell to in the market, the price of XRP will drop regardless, right? Regardless, if there's not a buy order and someone markets, it's going to keep dropping the price of XRP until there is a buy order to be filled. That's why you can see these massive wicks when people market sell and they take out all the buy orders and there's no buy orders there. Okay, here we go. So short, right? Short. If we were to break below this trend line and retest, right? This would be the ideal scenario, and I would like a short on XRP better. Why? Why would I like a short on XRP better? Okay, I'll tell you why. And I'm just telling you guys because I like, you know, anything that is ran hard, and we've been over this over and over and over on the channel. Anything that is ran hard, often the next day, right? Let's look here. Ondo, the biggest green bubble yesterday is the biggest red bubble today, right? Sonic, one of the biggest ones. Cardano, being a 60% pumper, having the biggest rejection. If we were to enter in a bear market, the biggest coins to pull back are going to be the ones that have ran the hardest, in my opinion. XRP, XLM, HBAR, all of these coins that have ran and are up massively, up 700, 800% when other altcoins aren't, and they've been beaten down massively. This is where the money, I think, would be made in a short scenario. You break this low, you retest, and you're riding this puppy to the downside, right? And then you could speculate on taking profits here. You can speculate on taking profits, pull your fib from the low to the high, right? And you can take your profits around this $1.15 region, a 786 retrace, and speculate on a bounce to the upside. A very healthy move for XRP, but you could speculate on more downward price action, right? We start breaking key 200 MAs, ride that puppy to the downside with all the hope. And you know what? There's so many people in XRP right now. I love you guys. Thank you for hopping on in. 24, baby! Woo! 24 record in the chat. Shout out to you guys. We could speculate on that downward price action, right? Because there's so many people in XRP. I know them personally that don't even know what it does. They're just in XRP because, hey, my buddy said XRP is going to be the new Bitcoin. I'm really excited. You know, when it goes to $10,000, when it goes to the moon, I'm going to be a millionaire. I have 1,000 XRP and that's going to turn into $100 billion. It's crazy the hype in there, right? And those are the same people that will fear out of this market. And you can take advantage of that when they start market selling, when we're breaking this low and taking that short to the downside. That's what I would be speculating on for XRP. But XRP, right, I am bullish a long term on the asset. I think it's going to be huge. The United States is going to start accumulating it. I think Brad Garlinghouse is very smart. He knows what he's doing, right? And I think him, like even Charles Hopkins backed him the other day when Peter Schiff was saying on Twitter that why would we put XRP in the strategic reserve? Charles Hopkins, the leader of Cardano, said XRP is a lot better in a bunch of different ways. I highly recommend going and read that tweet. It's super cool to see. But yeah, so even leaders of other projects are saying XRP is the standard, baby. XRP is the standard. But I'm not talking about fundamentals when I'm looking at charts. I'm not. This could be, you know, this could be milk. This could be, you know, car doors or windshields, right? Or you know, Boys Crypto subscribers. Like if I'm on my subscriber count and right now it's going like that. Woo! I could be like, we're forming a bull flag, baby. We're forming a bull flag. We're about to break out the, you could chart anything. It doesn't matter. The charts are the same regardless of what assets you're looking at, right? Regardless of the fundamentals. And of course, you're going to get massive pumps and dumps with news, right? But in the macro, right? In the macro, when you're looking at the charts, you got to be able to zoom out. In crypto, one of the most important things that you can do in crypto is zoom on out, baby. Zoom on out, right? It's like when you're playing Call of Duty and you use a sniper scope, right? And you constantly use it on 16x and you zoom in and you're just looking at a wall, that's a mile away. No, you got to zoom out, baby. You got to use the variable zoom scope. Shout out to anybody who doesn't use a variable zoom scope. What are you doing in Call of Duty, baby? You are not a good sniper. You need to get that variable zoom scope. I'm telling you, it's the key. Right? And don't use infrared scopes. Don't use that, everybody. You see a light and you'll get blinded from your TV screen. Okay, here we go. We're diving on in. Red in the market on the day. What coins do you guys want to see? Man, we're getting hyped up in the chat, guys. You guys are absolutely fire. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I actually love you guys. I love you guys. I cannot wait to hear all these thoughts that we got going on in the chat. 20 April, let's go. A lot of whale play. Yep. Hey, JP Morgan talking. Lots of news. Yeah, tomorrow's the day, baby. Tomorrow's the day. Ski Mask Dog Coin. Yo there. Yeah, hey man, Ski Mask Dog, I've heard of that. Just a meme, man. Just a meme. Love the new Boys Crypto sign. Hey, thank you, man. My lady got that for me. It's really nice. I was like, hey, it'd be really cool if we could get it to change colors and stuff. But if you turn this up too much, OBS takes out my camera, says, oh my God, my eyes. So we got to keep it down. But man, it is a nice sign. I'm really enjoying it. Okay, let's see. 1:30 to 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. That is awesome. You know what, guys? We may be going on a long stream today. Are we going to stream all night, baby? Are we going to stream all night, all the way up into the Crypto Summit? Are we just not going to eat, right? Are we going to get absolutely fit? Are we going to go into ketosis, get that shrink wrap effect, get a nice abdomen looking, get our nice chiseled abs? Yeah, but that's impossible because my love hands currently, I know you guys can't see it, are drooped over the side of the armrest. They're really nice for cushion when you're sitting here, when you're doing your stream. You get your elbow pads. Some people have to buy those. I don't, baby. I got my love handles to be my elbow pads. I love that. All right, diving on in. Hyper Liquid, Evan Garrison. Hey, thank you, man, for dropping in the chat. Hyper Liquid, coming your way, my man, coming your way. Hyper Liquid, one of the hottest coins of the bull run earlier in the cycle. Let's see where it's going. Hyper Liquid, I know it broke down out of that channel that we did have. Yeah, we did have this in a flag. We were speculating on a flag here. We had no choice, right? We had a flag here, and we got to the end, and we said, hey, it's looking good, like as far as like a bullish flag goes, but it's kind of formed a little bit of a triangle basis, and we were speculating, hey, this could go to the upside, but it was higher risk, right? This asset just came out, and the newer an asset class is, right, the more speculative it is. So this project got beaten down when Bitcoin started to struggle, and ever since that, where was it, the third? No, it held up really well on the third. That was that capitulation wick on February the 3rd. It's just been beaten down since then. And now you're going on what's called price discovery to the downside. We flipped this upside down, baby. What in the world is that? We flipped this upside down. Woo! Let's flip this upside down. Get rid of this. And if you were looking at this, right, we're looking for longs, right? On this channel, we only look for longs, baby. Why? Because Boys Crypto hates looking for shorts. So all we do is flip the chart upside down. That's what we do. We always look for longs. And if we can find a long on the inverted chart, we're taking a short, baby, because it's the same thing. Okay, here we go. The 21 is curving on the day. Let's look at the 4-hour here. Yeah, you got that alligator mouth widening right here on the 4-hour time frame, making a flag, boom. You got to see some kind of bearish divergence that's forming in here on the inverted chart in order to say, hey, it's likely that we turn around. And you're getting that here. That's a good thing to see. You are getting that here. Let's see. You have triple bearish divergence here on the 4-hour time frame as you have a swing up, which is a swing down, baby, which is a swing down, right? Because we're inverted, and we have a swing down in price action. That's telling me that Hyper Liquid is likely to make a rebound here very, very soon, likely to break this low before we break this high. This is an area. Let's flip everything upside down, right? Upside or right side up, upside down, right side up, right? Let's flip this back up. Flip. Right, this is looking really good. Bullish divergence, lower low, higher low. On the daily, looking really good for Hyper Liquid. I don't like how this RSI, the stochastics are pointing down, coming from the overbought region, but this could be a very, very, very good area to enter in some Hyper Liquid plays, baby. Some Hyper Liquid plays. You know what, man? You know what? This looks so good to me. This looks good. Are we gonna do it? Let's see. Let's see what the risk reward would be. Saying we're going to break that high before 4.6 to 1, baby. On a 4.6 to 1. Oh, it looks good. It looks good. I'll bring that stop a little deeper. Down to 14.6. Hey, baby, let's go. Let's go. It's time. Hyperliquid on the perpetuals. Hyperliquid. Looking good for a reversal out of the triple bullish divergence on the 4 hour. Looking really good. We're going to take that here. We're going to go over to TradingView. This is not financial advice. This is just what I am doing here in the near term for Hyperliquid. Stop at 14.4. Target 21.1. 14.4, 21.1, baby. 14.4 and 21.1. 21.1. Triple bearish divergence. We'll go on. Yeah, we'll go on 10x leverage here. Yeah, I like it, man. Thanks for bringing this to our attention because we're about to dive in on a juicy trade here. A juicy trade. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, but you know what? On a reversal, we'll go 91 for 358. I like it. I like it. Let's do it. We'll limit up in the price action. Let's get that going. It's on like Donkey Kong. Boys Crypto is long, baby. Boys Crypto is long on Hyperliquid. Let it be known. We'll post that on Twitter after the live. Give you guys a second to take a peek for yourselves. This looks good to me. This looks good to me for a reversal. And we've been calling reversals left and right here on the stream. Just kind of go back and look at Twitter and see what's going on. This trade's about to print, baby. This is what I'm thinking here in the near term. No asset constantly goes down like this. It doesn't happen. There's going to be a reversal eventually, right? And even if we come up to a 618, I'm going to be dragging my stop to break even and taking profits up along the way, baby. But this bullish divergence here on the 4-hour time frame looks so good to me. Looks so good to me. And this wick was just hit 4 hours ago. So it's likely if we get stopped out, we're going to get stopped out pretty quickly, right? But this bullish divergence on the 4-hour, higher low, double bullish. Lower low. Looks really good for a reversal for Hyperliquid, one of the stronger assets in the game. I think I like the project overall. Dealing with the NFT space, which also has been beaten down eventually. Just like Virtuals, just like AIXBT, baby, I think there's going to be a bottom on that. When that bottom hits, I think you're going to see some monumental moves to the upside. We were bearish here on Hyperliquid, but we haven't had any strong bullish signs that are saying, hey, this might be it. And that is Boys Crypto's call on Hyperliquid, baby. We got the $91 for 357. That's the trade, about 3.8 to 1 or so on the perpetuals. That's my trade of the night, everybody. That is my trade of the night. Looking good, looking good. Okay, diving on in. Thank you, Evan Garrison. That's what I'm looking at for Hyperliquid, man, in the near term. Thanks for bringing that to our attention. It looks good. It looks good. This is what I'm talking about. Yes, we are below some key areas. We are below the 200 MAs and stuff. We're starting to play 200 MA dominoes, okay? We did get above the 5. We're since below, but I like this bullish divergence being able to kick us out of here, baby. Kick us out of here, bullish div. Get above that 5-minute 200 MA, and we are gone, baby. We are gone to the upside. Hyperliquid, baby. Hyperliquid. Long and strong, baby. Long and strong. Okay, here we go. Diving on in. Hey, we got a David Sachs post. I'll check that out on Twitter, man. Yeah, Bitcoin reserve, alt stockpile, only mostly both from, yep. Okay, reserve sign, yep. Bitcoin to the 50 minutes looked like a travel mug coffee with the insane handle. Gary USD, we'll dive into that. For disclosure, crypto, disclosure, yeah, crypto. Hey, what's up, man? Thank you. All right, first up. Let's see what we got first. Bitcoin reserve already signed. Boop. Hey, we're gonna get a moderator here soon. Shout out to you guys. You guys want to be moderators? Hop on in, help me out. I appreciate it. We'll send a little crypto here and there. It'll be good. Okay, buddy. Could you look at Gary Network once? Gary USD. Yeah, let's do it, man. Let's do it. I'm excited to look at that. We'll look at the David Sachs post on Twitter after the stream. Gary, baby, Gary the snail. Meow. Right? Gary the snail on SpongeBob. What a legendary show. If you guys have never seen it, Gary is a legend. Let's zoom out here on the daily. Oh, that looks absolutely atrocious. Oh my gosh. Gary, baby, Gary. Oh my goodness. What is this? Am I looking at the right? Oh my gosh. How many red weeks can you have in a row? This is a disaster. Okay, let's look at it. Don't be afraid of red candles, everybody. You can't be. You can't. You get afraid of red candles, right? And I don't know anything about this project. You get afraid of red candles, you'll constantly be afraid to long, right? Anybody who longed here, look at these candles. Some in a single day, a 66% move. These reactions can happen and have to happen very, very often in crypto. And it happens oftentimes to the assets that are monumentally beaten down. Okay, here we go. You got that cup and handle. The handle's longer than the cup. Doesn't look good. We're going to look at Bitcoin in the 15. I didn't forget about that either. If I do miss one of y'all's chats, I am sorry. I'm trying to keep up to them. I really am. But just repost them later, man. Repost them whenever I finish up a thought. And I'm gonna start making a list here. We're gonna go down them, baby. We're gonna go as long as we can. As long as my uvula has moisture. Did I get water? Oh my. Yeah, I got water. Okay, good. Gary here on the daily, baby. I don't know anything about this coin. Right? Oh my gosh, it looks horrible on the smaller time frame. So we're gonna zoom out to the daily. What I am seeing on the daily, right? We talk about bullish dip. What in the world is happening? We talk about bullish dip all the time on this channel. And what often leads to reversals, right? And does lead to reversals. This looks very, very nice to me. This is strong. This is strong bullish div here. As you have a swing low in price, right? While you have a swing up on your RSI indicator, that looks strong. That's telling me that you are likely, look at this, you're likely to break this high before you break this low. These are the kind of risk reward trades where you can do a little higher leverage, right? Because the chance of reversal is very, very high off of a daily bull div, right? This is just a trade idea. I'm not in this trade, but look at this, a 5.1701 saying that you're going to break that wick. You break that wick, what happens, baby? Not only are you going to hit the target, but you're going to be up where? In this giant thigh gap in the VRVP, baby. If this was a lady walking down the street and you looked at her and she could stand on her hands, this would look like an upside down field goal post you could kick a truck through. That is what we are looking for, right? You throw a ball off this hill, price action gets here, you roll a ball off the hill, it's likely to come up here and get caught by the next hill, right? It's not going to stop right here. It's going to have momentum and come up here and get stopped by the next hill. This could be a potential monumental trade and something I would look at, right? Whenever I'm taking trades like this, if I did take this trade, I would also be looking at from the swing high to the swing low. I would pull my fib and say, hey, where is it? Good night. Look at that wick to the upside, right? I would pull my fib here and I would say, hey, if this was indeed the high and I did take this long and I wanted to go for a long term, where am I likely to get a reversal, right? It's at the 618 or the 786 all the way up here. This is a monster 21-to-1 trade that you could take if you have that kind of risk appetite, but this would look really, really good off of that strong daily bear bull div. You don't have bull div here. Look at this, the entire way down, and now you have a swing low and you have a higher low on the RSI. That looks prime to me, man. It looks really, really good for Gary here in the near term for a potential reversal. And if you do get a reversal, I will preface that with this: if you do get a reversal and you get a candle like this, move your stop to break even or higher, brother. Move it to profit. You need to be moving your stop losses to profit when you get price moving in your direction. I'd say about 20%, 30%. At least move it to break even, because then you take your risk off the table, baby. You take your risk off the table, you protect that purse. You protect that purse. Your wife can grab it and go and buy more gold with it at the gold store when you are not looking. That is the benefit of protecting your purse. So your lady always has money to spend. That is so important, men, that your lady always has money to spend on the for the day, for the week, and whenever she has free time to go and spend it, you need to have that purse protected so that they can take it and go and buy some more gold or a fancy, what we get the other day? A fancy lamp. We got a fancy lamp. We got some dishes that were from like China. We got some antique stuff. We went to an antique store. We got some antique stuff. Some of those little stack 'em up figures. You know what I mean? Where you open up a figure and there's a smaller figure inside, and then you open up that figure and there's a smaller figure inside. We didn't want those things, everybody. We needed those things. We needed those things, they said. And I said, hey, I guess we do need it. I guess we do need it. I didn't really get much of a vote, as all my married men out there know. Sin Nasty Kid, you know what your vote counts for, right? Absolutely nothing, brother. Absolutely nothing. They get 99 votes to your 1. Congratulations. Shout out to all my married men out there who know what it's like, baby, to go to a thrift shop / antique store with your lady and your wallet. Okay, diving on in. Let's dive on in. We're going to look at Bitcoin to the 15-minute here. Pulling it up, baby. Pulling it up. Shout out to all my guys out there that know what it's like. Woo! We love the ladies, right? We love our ladies. Our lady, right? Our lady. Okay. Here we go. Pulling up Bitcoin on the 15-minute time frame. It looks like a coffee mug. Yeah, brother, it does. Hey, yeah, it does. Okay, let's put a little Fibonacci there. Fibonacci from the swing high to the swing low, coming at 618, getting rejection off of it. So now, you can pull the same thing, but from the bullish direction. From the swing low to the swing high, where we're likely to get a reaction. You still have more room to come here than the downside. You can start testing this 86, 85.5 area. The 786 sits at 85.465. you're sitting below a high volume node and you're below the 15-minute 200 MA. This does not look good for Bitcoin. I get that this looks like a cup and handle. I get it, right? But in order for cup and handles for me to feel really good about them, you need to have a higher high form here. So it would have been more ideal for this to come up here, right? Create that cup and a 618 handle and then move to the upside. We did not get a higher high, right? And break that local market structure. You could say, hey, this is still a cup and handle. And it does look like a flag and it does look like it's extending. That is very true. But the longer this remains in this flag, right? The longer this remains in this flag, the more sus I get of it. And we have a massive news event tomorrow. That's why I'm kind of keeping it light on the trades. I did open that hyper liquid trade, but I'm keeping it light on the trades, baby. I have to keep it light on the trades because look what just happened today. We got a massive news event and then boop, boop. How do you trade this? You can't. It's gambling, right? We had a pump to the upside for Bitcoin and the altcoins. It was much more massive, 1.8%. And then you had a colossal 6% drop for Bitcoin when we had good news. What? That doesn't even make any sense, right? So that's not what I want to see. That's not what I want to see. And I know, I promise you guys, I'm laying this down right now. I promise you guys, tomorrow is going to be a huge day. We have Fed Chair Jerome Powell coming out to speak, which always moves the market. He's always getting ready, right before he comes out. People speculate on the color of his tie. It's really like a casino, right? Oh my gosh, is it going to land on black or red? Oh my gosh, well, it landed on black the last 2 times and red the last 2 times. So it's probably going to just land on black, but it could be red. I don't know. That's how it feels whenever Jerome Powell comes out to speak. Good morning. And then the market just capitulates. It's insane, right? He's always in the back there right before he gets out that door. You can see him sometimes through the crack. He's on the phone with his wife, and his wife says, honey, are we going 50x long or 50x short with our entire net worth? Because I know your voice is about to move the market like no other voice in the world. Everybody in the world's watching you. Let me know what we can do because I want to take out a 50x short and I want to buy one of those mansions out in LA off of about 2 minutes of time. And he says, yes, sweetheart, go short, baby, because I'm about to say we're not printing money for the next 2 years. And she says, okay, dear, I'll do that. Open up the trade on weeks. And he says, good morning. Boom. And then she's in massive profit. I'm speculating there. I don't know if that happens. But man, it's crazy how that man's voice manipulates the market. It's wild. And then after that, we got Trump speaking at the crypto conference. I don't even know who else is speaking there, but we got some big names and big investors coming that are very, very interested in what President Trump has to say. Texas, baby. Yeehaw, Texas. Shout out to all my Texas fans. I got you guys. Here, Texas. Hold on. I got you. All my Texas fans. Texas! Woo! Texas! Yes, baby! Shout out to everyone here in the great state of Texas. We just approved our state Bitcoin reserve. We just approved our first Bitcoin reserve here in Texas. We are going to build the biggest because Texas has the biggest everything. Everybody here in Texas knows that Texas has the biggest everything. We are got to have the biggest crypto reserve that there's ever been. My belt buckle is the biggest. My Bitcoin reserve is going to be the biggest. Our border patrol is going to be the biggest. We will have the biggest crypto reserve other than any other state. Shout out to all my fellow Texans. Okay, we'll get that down there. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to Texan Matt just moved to the great state of Texas after serving 6 years in the United States Navy, baby. Hoo-yah, Navy. Hoo-yah. Shout out to you, Steven. I know you're watching, brother. I know you're watching. All right, let's get the monsters going. We got our blood pumping. It's really good. It's a little hot in here. Let me turn on the AC. Whoo. But I'm getting hyped, overheated, right? Blood pressure is a little high. The charts are getting us sweating. But look, this does look good. Come and handle to the upside. Can definitely happen for Bitcoin here. We're getting above that 1 minute, 200 MA. You want to see this alligator mouth start fanning out to the upside, and boom, baby, boom. You can get a moonshot here for Bitcoin here in the near term. You're forming out of this flag. It does look good to me here in the near term. But I gotta stay disciplined as a trader and know that this is not a good environment to trade in. Because I traded the same thing earlier. I traded us getting above. We were in this flag. We got above, and we flagged out above the 200. A model channel that I love, and we just got absolutely capitulated upon, and now we're getting the reversal. I'm just staying away from this, everybody. I know when it's a good time to trade and when it's not a good time to trade. I did take out that hyper liquid trade, and that's just for a long-term reversal. It looks really good. I think that could definitely happen, but man, this Bitcoin's been absolute carnage for people. Absolute carnage. Okay, let's dive on into the chat. We did look at Gary. Hey, shout out to you, Disclosure, first time in the chat. Mike, Jack, let's go, baby. Let's go. Bringing the energy to crypto. Let's bring the fun back to trading. I was thinking about making that my logo. Bring the fun. Make trading fun. Make trading fun again. We will make America great again. We will make trading fun again. We'll get breaks to the upside. R2D2, baby. Woo! We are going to make trading fun again. We don't need, it's crazy. I get on and see so many boring influencers. I just like sharing my passion with you guys. Shout out for being here. MicroStrategy stock. Yes. Hey, if you guys ever want to look at stocks, yeah, let's hype it up. Let's go over MicroStrategy. I'm curious, actually. MSTR, the ticker, baby. Let's dive into MicroStrategy and see how it is doing here on the daily. Yeah, of course, it's got a massive rip today. It's crazy how correlated to the Bitcoin chart this is. So post-market, you're getting a pump. You're above where you were post-market. I know a lot of stocks can trade outside of market trading hours with the new apps, right? I think even on Robinhood, you have extended trading hours. Some things may even trade 24/7. I'm not sure. MicroStrategy is one of those things. Look at that, baby. The bears couldn't do it. We could not get below that daily 200 MA. MicroStrategy looking very strong. Let's see here. We got a nice little support line forming from the downside. I'm going to ignore that massive moonshot wick and create this flag here. I like that. I like that. Okay, MicroStrategy looking very, very good here. And this stock is so heavily correlated with Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin goes up, MicroStrategy goes up. Bitcoin goes down, MicroStrategy takes a pounding. Look, tomorrow when the market opens, if Bitcoin doesn't recover, this is going to turn red. This will turn red. This will just be boop. It'll turn red because when the market closes, you have that post-market hours. It doesn't know that the market's hasn't responded yet to MicroStrategy getting absolutely annihilated with this Bitcoin holdings of about 6% during this afternoon, right? So the market's going to respond to that. We'll see how that price is in. But regardless of that, it looks very, very good here in the near term. It looks like this flag can do some damage to the upside. MicroStrategy still down at a steep discount, in my opinion, from its high all the way down here, about 43.71%. But this asset, if Bitcoin takes off and goes on this bull run, baby, and I'm not saying the bull market's going to continue. I think it will. But if the bull market continues, we can just bounce off the 200 MA. Did Bitcoin not just bounce off of its 200 MA on the daily and MicroStrategy doing the same thing? Weird. Right? It can happen. We could get this moonshot to the upside and everybody will be caught with their pants down. Michael Saylor will be doing the Trump dance, baby. Michael Saylor will be super happy and boom, to the upside, right? It'd be, in my opinion, Michael Saylor can definitely become the richest man in the world if we do get those price. He will. If his company will, at least. If we do get those price predictions, he's talking about like 13 million of Bitcoin, right? And there is going to be a supply shock coming. In the macro, MicroStrategy may be one of the best companies positioned to take advantage of the crypto revolution. If he's right, he will be. They will have the richest company. They will. They just have so much more Bitcoin than everybody else. BlackRock also is going to take that to the cleaners, baby. This move can be massive for MicroStrategy here. It does look good. I mean, I'm not a big call and put guy, right? Like trading options on the stock market, but I just like I like cryptos. I like the 24/7 market, baby. I like 24/7 market. Why do I not like puts and calls and all that kind of stuff? On the weekend when you get news and you're in a call or something like that, oh, doesn't that feel horrible if you're in a call and you hear something? Oh, our CEO got hit by a truck. He's dead. Yeah, and on Monday, your call is gonna be screwed. I hate that stuff. I like immediate market reactions. But this does look good for MicroStrategy here in the long term. I know the calls do have a pretty steep premium. Why? Because there's fear there's enough fear in the market that Bitcoin could go on an absolute moonshot, right? That the calls just have a very steep premium, right? I just rather hold Bitcoin. That's just my personal preference. But this looks good, man. It looks really, really good. Out on the weekly. The weekly is looking good. Nice flag on the weekly, touching the 50-day moving average. Looks really, really good. you know, you do have a bit of what's called hidden bullish divergence here, right? You have a swing across in the RSI while you have a swing up in price. That looks really good, saying that we are likely to continue to the upside. You're going to break this high right here before you break this low. That looks really good in the near term for MicroStrategy. That weekly hidden bullish divergence, baby, for MicroStrategy, looking to engulf this candle here. That looks really, really good to me in the near term. That's what I'm seeing from MicroStrategy, baby. That's what I'm seeing from MicroStrategy. Shout out to you, so thank you for jumping on it. Hey, you changed your logo, brother. Hey, I appreciate you. Hey, that is nice. That is nice. Being able to see that, super awesome. It was pitch black, man. Yeah, seeing that, way, way easier, I promise. Nesting dolls, yeah, man. Your vote might count more if you voted for yes instead of no. Yeah, April. Oh, dry uvula, baby. Hey, it's Sin Nasty Kid, man. I appreciate you saying that, man. Greatest entertainer in the crypto market space, baby. We're up and coming. Just started this channel 3 weeks ago. I appreciate each and every one of your support. I know what it's like. You're scrolling through YouTube. This guy got 1 viewer. Oh my gosh, what in the world? I'm not clicking on that video. That's ridiculous. What a horrible entertainer he has to be if he has 1 viewer. Right, I get it, everybody. I appreciate you taking the time to sit and click on that video and give me a chance, baby. Give me a chance. You guys are legends for being here. I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate the subs, the likes, the comments, everything you guys have. And I will not forget these early people, guys. I will not forget these chats. I'm taking screenshots along the way, and I'm going to show this when we are up at the top, baby. When we're up at the top, we have several thousand subscribers. I'm going to be like, look at these people. These are the first people who gave me a chance, baby. I appreciate that. I appreciate that more than you guys could ever know. And I'm going to do something very special for you guys when this channel does eventually get monetized and everything. I appreciate you guys being here and supporting this channel. You guys are absolutely a blessing to me. Okay, diving on into the chat. Yeah, hey, thanks, guys. Light up the chat. Let's look at dominance, baby. Dominance. Real quickly, what I'm still looking at for Bitcoin dominance and why I have Oh, yeah, we did look at dominance. Look, the dominance looks good. We looked at the DEX screening. We looked at the economic calendar. Fear and greed, baby. Fear and greed. Let's look at the fear and greed. See where we're sitting at today. Hey, and, you know, this closed, I think, a couple hours ago. Stock market, baby. Stock market. BTC. Don't you guys ever look at my internet history. If I ever pull up something on there, oh, you guys don't do it to me. Don't be taking those screenshots. I know how you guys can be. Creeping. All right, we're still in fear. 34, right? Now, that capitulation, I believe, did happen around 5 or so. So I'm not sure if that counted in this fear update, right? That happened about 5 hours ago. I don't think it did. So we're sitting at 34, right? Still in fear. Historically, a great time to accumulate some of your favorite projects. Bubbles kind of doing okay here on the hour. We're getting some green. Looking really good, a little bit of a rebound. I like seeing Jupe. Jupe did fall below 60 cents today at 57. I was like, oh my gosh, my favorite exchange on Solana. Jupiter, baby, Jupiter. If you guys don't trade on Jupiter, right, you don't need to hold the coin or anything. Do your swaps through there. It's cheaper than normal wallets, and you get a massive airdrop based on your volume that you exchange through the exchange at the end of every single year, regardless of whether you hold Jupiter or not. Really cool project. I highly recommend looking into that. Okay, we got DEX screener pulled up, everything. Yeah, baby, yeah. What else we guys want to look at? Look at the stock market. We looked at the NQ. We got to look at that. Ooh, I almost spilled my monster. If I would have spilled my monster on this Alienware keyboard, baby, oh my lady would have had my testes in a knot. Okay, here we go. On the daily, let's look at the daily. The NQ, baby. Look at this weakness. We have not closed a candle below the daily 200 MA on the NQ, which we were calling out had massive weekly bearish divergence here on the larger time frames. Massive bearish divergence here, saying that we are likely to break this level down here at 17.3 before we went to higher highs. We are forming a 3 black crow scenario, a known reversal pattern. That looks terrifying, right? It really does for the NQ and for the broader market. We have a massive gap in the VRVP all the way down here to 18.2. We haven't closed a candle, ladies and gentlemen, below this daily 200 MA, right, from the upside since January 21st of 2022 when we did have this reset. Now, the NQ does show some weakness here. I'm skeptical. I don't like how we're closing. Look at this. This under the daily 200 MA, I become a bear, baby. I become a bear. You break the daily. Where are you likely to come? Everybody on this channel knows where we're likely to come, baby. The 2-day. The 2-day sitting down here at about 18.5. I see weakness. Weakness, baby, in the stock market. I see weakness like I was showing myself whenever I was trying to lift that stock machine into the back of my 2009 Toyota Corolla base model with the 1.8 liter engine that goes from 0 to 60 in about 27 seconds, baby. We were squatted like one of those Mexican lowrider trucks driving around the interstate with the car essentially attached to the wheels. We were struggling as we were picking up that 400-pound beast. Our roommate was not very much help as she was just telling, she just had her hand on it. She said, I'm helping, I'm pushing, I'm helping, right? And I was being crushed by this 400-pound machine. It was absolutely crazy. This looks weak. This looks weak. This looked like me trying to lift that 400-pound machine into the 2009 Toyota Corolla base model. Shout out to all my Corolla owners, baby. The Corolla, the greatest car, the 7th most stolen car in the United States. Did you guys know that? Why is it the 7th most stolen car in the United States? It's the one of that high quality, baby. The high quality 2009. I'm super excited to get my antique license plate here in just a few years. That is going to be monumental. No more state fees. Shout out to Texas Yeehaw. Okay, here we go. We're bouncing. We're coming below that 200 daily moving average for the NQ. Where do I see the NQ going? Well, what do we have to do when we start breaking the 200 MA? Let's get rid of this, make it a little clearer, right? On the stock market, right? The NQ, the NASDAQ. We're going to have to pull this, and we're breaking the 200 MA. We're likely to come down here and test this golden pocket. This golden pocket is sitting between 19.3 and about 18.6. That could be a very key bounce zone. If we don't bounce her there, we have to assume that we're going to test some prior support, which is down here at 17.8, and you could argue that there's some at 17.1. Past that, everybody, that rounding, we haven't seen rounding like that in the stock market in a very long time. Look at this monumental uptrend. When you start getting rounding like that, you have to wonder, like, okay, on the weekly, are we going to start having some kind of massive retracement, right? Are we going to have some kind of massive weekly retracement to a macro fib? It could happen. What happened the last time, right? We had from reaction to, from swing low to swing high. Look where we came. We came down to the 618, baby. We talk about this all the time. 618, almost to the dollar, right? If we zoom this up here from swing low, or I would argue from this reaction here to swing high. I don't know if you guys see this. If you guys can't see stuff, let me know in the chat, right? Zooming on in. We got that extra wide monitor. From the swing low to swing high, that would be our first stop at the 618, sitting here about 17.4. That could definitely come into play. I don't want to say we're going into the bear market for the NQ, but we haven't closed the candle, baby, below this daily 200 in a long time, in 2 years. Right, so this could be the first sign of major weakness as we come down to test a two-day 200 MA here. It goes really, really nicely with this high volume node sitting at about 18.2. And look at that gap in the high volume node. You're sitting right above that gap, baby. You're sitting right above the thigh of that thigh gap. You fall through that thigh gap, it's gonna be like a truck running through there, baby. Like that lady that's standing upside down on her hands, and she has that massive thigh gap, and it looks like a field goal post that you could kick a truck through. Look at that. You'll come down very, very quickly to 18.2. That's not what we want to see for the NQ. If the NQ struggles, it is highly likely that Bitcoin follows suit. Bitcoin has been tailored to the stock market lately, and we don't want to see weakness from an overall economy perspective. We just don't. We don't. We want that quantitative easing to start, and if we start seeing massive stock market weakness like this, that may also prompt Jerome Powell to start turning on the money printer, baby. All right, what else we got, guys? What else we got? Into the chat. Yep, facts, April. Yep, awesome, guys. Awesome. This looks really good. We got nesting dolls. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's go through here and give a shout out to everybody who's talked to me tonight. I appreciate you guys hanging out. If you guys didn't talk to me, it would just be me sitting here at this camera that has a light on it, and it make it, it just, my friend, I had to put a picture behind there the other day just to look like I was talking to somebody. It was awesome. Shout out to you, Stooge, Michaela, Wanda, April, Sin Nasty Kid, legend, man, early supporters. Sin Nasty Kid, yes, Unreal Designs, you're a legend, man. Thank you for being here early. We got April again. Yo there, what's going on, man? Ski Mask Dog. Hey, if you're still here, brother, shout out to you. Let's go over Ski Mask Dog. I didn't mean to be rude, brother. I didn't mean to be rude. But the people here on the channel know how I feel about Ski Mask Dog. Yeah. The people here know on this channel how I feel about memes. I just feel like memes steal money from people. It's a way for insiders to make a giant buck off of the gambling mindset of the average person in public. That's how I feel about memes. That's just the way they're not a part of my investing portfolio. Every once in a while I'll throw 10, 20 bucks into one of them. But man, it's carnage. It's carnage. It's hard to say, yeah, Ski Mask Dog's good. I don't know anything about this project. I'm just putting that out there. I don't know anything about this project. But man, on the daily, you're struggling here on the daily. You are making some, I you can't even call that bullish divergence because you're having a swing up in price action while you have a swing up on the RSI. That's not what I like to see when I'm looking at bullish divergence. Yeah, your daily reset, that is looking good. We got to zoom in here on the smaller time frames and see what you got. You got to start playing 200 MA dominoes, baby. And, you know, you got above the 1, you had that massive pump. You're struggling. You're struggling. We flip this upside down. Right? If we were flipping this upside down and we were looking at the 4 hour, right? You could say, oh, that does kind of look shoulder, head, right shoulder, but you could argue, hey, that this is your inverted shoulder, head, right shoulder, shoulder. You got your head, and then you got your right shoulder here, destined to break to the upside, right? That would be your neckline, and you're coming for it pretty quickly. Look at that, shoulder, head, right shoulder to the downside for scheme ass dog. I wouldn't touch this thing with the 10-foot pole, baby. Wouldn't touch this thing with the 10-foot pole. I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot pole. You guys like that Grinch song? I think those are the lyrics. But this does represent a massive from that. Look at the 61%, man. And you're looking at the four-hour time frame. I'm not saying it doesn't have the potential to squeeze, because all alts have the potential to squeeze. We have a high volume node sitting here at about about 6 cents, man. That's your last line in the sand before you're likely to come lower. And if people start fearing, right? If people start getting that massive fear, this thing could go to zero. It can. I don't want to discourage you or anything. And shout out to you, man. I hope it goes well for you. I really do. But it's hard for me to look at a project like this and not know anything about it, and to know that if it's a meme, it's likely doesn't make any money. Right? Would you invest in Apple if it didn't make any money, or if it didn't have a product to release or change the world? It's just hard for me to get behind from an investing point of view, man. So this would not be something that I'm looking to trade. It's already been beaten down so much. What's the danger of shorting when you're already down here? You're risking a squeeze, and that high volume node squeeze, if you did get that, right, is up about 56%. You're playing danger game when you're playing with leverage. You're playing a dangerous game when you're playing with memes on leverage. So that's what I'm looking here in the meantime for Scheme Ass Dog, brother. That's what I'm looking at. Shout out to you guys, Mike Jack, Disclosure Crypto, can't read really. Oh, Ever Garrison. Hey, we had tons of people in here in the chat that we have not seen before. Shout out to you guys. You guys are absolute legends being here. Thank you. Greatest entertainer in crypto, Sin Nasty Kid, Unreal Designs, and April always coming in at the end. Can you guys see? Am I missing chats? Let me send something in there. Am I missing chats? If I'm missing chats, someone in this chat who has my phone number, call me, baby. Call me and say, hey, Boys Crypto, you're missing chats. What is going on? Kaito, baby, I'm not missing chats. Kaito. So I had April with the facts. And then I sent it a hi in the chat. And then we got a Sin Nasty Kid coming in with Kaito, baby. I was actually looking at Kaito earlier. Kaito, baby, Kaito on the perpetuals. Let's pull it up. Getting that nice bounce here. That looks really good on the 4 hour. Okay, let's look at Kaito and see what we're working with here. See what we're working with. Where'd we come down to? I don't even need to tell you guys this anymore, do I? Do I need to say where we're likely to come down to? Alts can go to the 886. I don't know if we went there. Let's see. Oh, that was weird. Weird, everybody. Weird. We came down to the 786 from this swing low to swing high on the cup and handle. And then we got a reaction. Weird. Of about 6.4%. Not a massive move yet, but weird, right? Yeah, look at this. We have a nice cup and handle. Kaito looking relatively strong compared to the market right now with that cup and handle on the hourly. That looks good. You're testing that upper resistance line. Be careful with longs there. You know, in the event you do get rejected, but then again, you did bounce off the 786. You got a nice gap up here to $1.82. Oh, baby, Kaito looking strong into the night. Kaito looking strong from Sin Nasty Kid. Look at that, baby. Look at that. Breaking to the upside on the hourly for Kaito. Looks like it's very likely. I'd wait for this candle closure. The next candle, I'd wait to see how that closes. But you can go for an absolute moonshot. Look at some of these hourly candles, baby. Look at some of these hourly candles. You guys got me breathing heavy. I got to start doing more. Whenever I start seeing a chart that looks real bullish, I start... right? I start breathing real heavy. Boom to the upside off the 7864 Kaito here in the near term. You got your swing low to swing high, bullish retracement back to the 786, almost to the dollar, baby. Does that not, there's a couple things that turn me on in life, everybody, and that's one of them, a 786 retrace. Shout out to all my guys out there that look at a chart and get an absolute hard on whenever they see that 786 retrace, baby. Looks really good to the upside for Kaito coming up. This $2.10 level looks very, very likely to me. You're going to play that 200 MA dominoes on the way up, aren't you, baby? You know that. You know that. You got above the 5. You got above the 7. You got above, you're heading to the 15. The 15 coming up here, likely at $1.73. Let's see if we can close some more green candles, baby, and come up to this high volume node region. You break above the 15. Where are you going? To the 30. You're going to the hour. You're going to the 2 hour. And look at those. Those don't even exist yet on the perpetuals. But the hour is sitting all the way up here at $2. Kaito looks to go on a monumental run tonight. It looks high. It looks much more likely than the rest of the market here. I do think Bitcoin does need to hold its footing in order for this to happen. But even if Bitcoin trades sideways, Kaito, baby, looking like it's on fire going into the night. Looks good to me. Looks good to me, baby. So what's going on? Hey, man. Yeah, I wanted to know what your perspective is on the altcoin market in the next 5 years. 5 years is a long projecto, baby. 5 years is a long projecto. Let's pull up total. Total 3. You know what? We'll do 2. You're talking about altcoins. Let's look at everything, including Ethereum, and where we're going here in the near term. So total 2 is what's it most heavily affected by? Ethereum, right? So this chart is going to look a lot different than total 3. Total 3. Let's exclude Ethereum when we're doing this analysis. Total, baby, total 3. Total 3. Let's pull it up. We're sitting above the daily 200 MA. Looks really good. You want to know a 5-year time frame, man. So we're looking at the altcoin market that is barely even, like, you're talking about doubling the life of this. Okay. So if you're talking about standard market cycles, right? Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. You need to make a higher high here for a macro market structure, okay? And where can we go? Where do I think the altcoins can go this bull run? That's something that I like to dive into too. I do like an idea of another leg up here for the altcoins, right? To a macro fib extension coming here all the way to, I like the altcoins coming up at this $2.22 trillion level, right? We'll pull this over here so you guys can see a little better. Woohoo! Right? I like the altcoins here. I do like how the altcoins have retraced. I think there's a lot of fear in the market right now. And when the altcoins start rebounding, everybody, this is a 3x at the 2.618, an area that I think with massive institutional adoption, some of these altcoins like XRP, I think total 3 can definitely get to, right? XRP being the most heavily weighted altcoin in this chart, right? So, and I also speculate, hey, the altcoin seasons can run up to 3.618. I do think that's possible. 4.236 also on the line. You're talking about $2 to $3 trillion to this altcoin market that is currently sitting underneath $1 trillion. I think that's where we go in this bull market. Now, where do I see us going? So assuming that this is a standard bull market and we have an end of the year blow off top, something like that in November, December, right? I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I think that's likely. So what I would do, right, over the next 3 years or so, I think is going to be the bear market. That puts us at year 4, right? And I'll be speculating on a bounce where from the swing low, I would take the swing low probably down. I would take the swing low here from my fib retracement and take it all the way up to price, wherever it may be. We go to 2.222 or whatever, yes, let's say we go to 2.5 or so. And this is just speculation, man. This is a prediction. I don't have anything besides the fibs to tell me why, because Blue Sky's breakouts are crazy, man. They could go anywhere. We could go to 7-8 trillion. Who knows, right? Who knows? If we get no taxes on USA made cryptos, baby, woo! That could be a monstrous moonshot for the altcoin market, right? And we could get targets that are way beyond the 2 and the 3.618. So I think in that year 4, we'll be looking at the newest bull run at around 2028, 2029, unless we get some kind of super cycle, right? Coming up that level and coming back down to this 1.13/1 and you'll be looking at here in that 2029 level. I see something like this going from here, coming up, chopping down, making maybe a lower high and then coming back down here to the 618-786 region in this zone before starting our way back up to the upside. And looking at that from a macro perspective, does this not look like the chart could play out? Right? You had, just nice swings in the market. It can definitely happen. I think that will happen. I think there will be a blow off top. I think it's very highly unlikely we go on some kind of run like the stock market. But, based off the standard market cycles, this is how the market cycles work. We swung up, we had to swing down. Now we're swinging up. You'll swing down again, right? Coming at those macro weekly fib levels. That's what I think is going to happen here for the altcoins, right, over the long term. That's just a prediction, man. That's just a prediction. But thank you for the question. I'm happy to go over anything speculation-wise. You guys like to speculate? I'll speculate with you, baby. And so, don't think I forgot about you, brother. I'm doing my research into those low-cap gems, and give me a couple days. I'm gonna see if I can find something that's real juicy. If I don't find something, hey man, it is what it is. But I am giving it my conscious effort. I am giving it my conscious effort to find you something that is relatively new, right? Like within the last 1 to 2 months. that I think could do damage in the future, and we'll reveal that on stream, man. But I am working on that. All right, everybody, not just fundamentals as well. Thanks in advance. Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah. The fundamentals, it requires institutional adoption and everything. The ETFs are weird. Like, since we got the ETFs, it does look like the market's changing a bit. And with governments getting involved, the market's going to be different than back in 2017. I think it's going to be very, very different. Different than we've had in prior cycles, just because of these massive institutions getting involved in a lot of these projects that haven't had that buy pressure yet. Like Cardano and XRP and Solana getting involved with governments now. That's crazy. People didn't think about that people didn't think that could happen when Bitcoin was getting adopted. Now we're starting to adopt altcoins. What's next? Injective, ICP, you know what I mean? Ondo, maybe one of my favorite projects, right? Chainlink. What's next? It's all up to speculation. People are speculating on Litecoin being the first ETF approved. It could happen. We don't know. We'll have to see tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow's going to be an absolutely huge day in the market. Hey, everybody, we've been going for an hour and a half strong. Thank you, everybody, for joining me tonight. Chat's drying up a little bit. I appreciate all the questions, all the TA deep dives. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. I will hit you up tomorrow. Guys, join me every single night. I'm super hyped that you are here. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to drop a comment in the description. I'm looking for video ideas tonight, baby. I'm looking for video ideas. Let me know what you guys want to see. I want to pump something out that you guys are really proud of, and I can put some comedy behind it, throwing up my fun and adventurism in the video, right? We're gonna bring entertainment and bring the fun back to crypto. Make crypto trading fun again, baby. That's what we're all about here. Shout out to everybody joining me here tonight on the live stream. I will see you guys tomorrow night at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. I love you guys. Thank you for the early support. Until next time, Boys Crypto is out. We're out, baby. I love you.